and it can go deep as 1200 feet to 1500 feet. Basically, in village areas, borewells are left uncovered and little children can fall into it accidentally. Then people got tensed and they think, what will do now? So they need NDRF team for the rescue operations. Basically, NDRF have presently many equipments like J-hooks, cloth buckets, umbrella tool, but these equipments take lots of efforts and lots of time for the rescue. So they need a basic specialized system which include hardware and software. Excuse me. So basically, NDRF team have they need a special techniques with hardware and software for the rescue with minimum time and with minimum effort so that the percentage success will be increased. So our team develops an idea for this borewell rescue operation. Now
Excuse me,
our
Saurabh.
team members.
Excuse me,
Just yes,
your slides are not moving.
yes, it's stationary. The next slide would be the presentation of the idea. That will be what I say means after Yogesh speaks, it would
Okay,
be the
okay.
next slide exactly. So you
So our
Saurabh, please. Hmm.
So our team develops an idea for the rescue with minimum time and with minimum efforts. So now Yogesh will explain further ideas. Yogesh, hand over to you.
Thank you, Saurabh.
Okay, students, I would like to wrap. Sorry for that. You will have
You are
only
not.
5 minutes for your presentation, each group. Please keep in mind. Yeah, continue.
You didn't tell this thing earlier, huh? It's just 1 minute left, and now you are saying it's not. I think you must
No,
have
no,
told
you
it
can.
earlier.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you right now, but it is the approximate time is 5 minutes.
So exactly, Yogesh, you just stop.
You
I
can
just
continue
present the
from
whole
now. Yeah,
idea.
yeah, yes, yes.
Yogesh, you just stop. I just
Yeah, you.
start.
Yes,
I
yes.
just start
Try
with the
to
idea exactly.
continue and complete it. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So the first thing is as explained by my colleagues, the thing is a borewell. A borewell is about 10 to 12-inch hole, and if anyone just stuck right there, the tools which are required are to be very precise, and very small tools are required. So the our approach is to have use a it's like a curved telescopic slider. It's like nowhere available in the market. Even there are no patents for it. The idea is you must have seen a telescopic slide. Here I show you a telescopic slide. Where is it? Exactly. So here I show you a telescopic slide. So these telescopic slides, they just move out in this is a compact device which moves to a particular area. It's a linear structure, and what we are proposing with our idea is a circular telescopic slide. So what it would be? It would be a structure this of this much width, and it will be a arced structure, and there would be telescopic arcs inside it. So the idea is to put the device against the chest of the person. Means it would be a device of like 6 inch long. It would be a 6 inch long device, and it would be slightly curved. Slightly curved means a curve would be given so as to fit into the borewell. So the idea is it would be lowered into the borewell from any gap. 6 inch gap can be easily seen anywhere in the borewell, so it would be lowered against the chest. Yes.
Your screen is not shared. Share the PPT.
Screen is being shared, yeah, is it? Screen is being shared. Click to go, sorry.
हम बेटा आपका 5 मिनट हो गया.
सर 2 मिनट सर, मैं वो स्लाइड दिखा देता हूँ. स्लाइड ही नहीं दिख रही है. 2 सेकंड प्लीज सर.
Okay, please give him an opportunity to present the slides and then present yourself.
What is it here? Entire
Okay,
screen.
please share the screen once again and then present your idea.
Yes, please. Sorry, that was my mistake. Might be. So, is my
नहीं है,
screen
आपका presentation अभी
is
भी
the
नहीं आ रहा. Yes,
presentation visible right
now
now?
it is fine.
So I
Yes,
just
yes.
end it, and I'll just explain right from the team. Yes, exactly. So my idea is to have these curved telescopic slides. So how this curved telescopic slide
Shubham,
would work?
it
Yes,
is you are alone or you are having a team?
we are having a team, but
So,
but
so
since the
please tell
time
it
is
is our idea.
Sorry.
All the best.
Exactly. So it's our idea is to have a curved telescopic slide. Curved telescopic slide would be lowered into the borewell. Like it would be a structure 6 centimeter of length, and it would be a arched structure. So it would be lowered right up to the chest of the person, and then a motor actuator. As you can see, this particular is the drawing of the particular structure. So a motor actuator is being shown here. This motor actuator which will start to push out the telescopic slide around the person. Is it would be a curved structure, compact curved structure. Just a arc can be, just we are lowering a arc and it would expand to a complete circle inside the borewell itself around the body of the person. Hope you are understanding it. This particular one is the drawing of the structure. So these are the telescopic slides embedded one in another, like the telescopic slide, which are like the normal telescopic slide. But the difference is the curvature. The curvature will be given to every slide so as to make a complete circle. And if you see a top view, this would be the top view of that particular structure. Like means while this motor pushes out every slide, it would just turn around the person. Like it would be lowered right here, and then the motor will start pushing. So this structure would go around the chest, under the hands, and through the back of the person again to the structure. So it would just get clicked, and then the person is inside this particular loop, and then the structure can easily be, means the person can be what I say, he will be like pulled out of the borewell. Here we do have means in any orientation, if he is struck straight, we will straightly lower it right here, and then here we will form this loop. If he is like at the bottom of the borewell and he is in a sleepy position, or what I say, if he is lying flat, then we have this particular structure which would tilt this particular mechanism to an angle. For example, it would be lowered straight, this arc would be lowered straight, and through this tilt mechanism we will tilt it like this, and then a person is lying flat like that. So the loop will go around in that inclined plane. In that inclined plane, the loop will go around the person, and it can be just with the help of the rope, he would be like pulled out. And the another idea we have about pulling the person out is like we will have this particular structure of guide wires. It would be like lowered into the borewell, and two guide wires would be taken out of this device. So these wires would go around the person. So the question is how they will go around the person. So the idea is this particular one. Here you can see there would be two wires and a tensioning wire. So there would be a wire like this, and there would be a tensioning wire. When this wire would be given tension, the inner wire would have a curvature. It's like a scale. If I go about the spinal cord of the person, if you imagine a spinal cord, and if we have a tensioning wire at the end of this, means laterally to the spinal cord, and if we tension it, the spinal cord will turn. That particular turning idea I am using here. So the idea is to have a main wire and a parallel tensioning wire to it, which would be like a fish hooks. You must have seen that what I say, fish catcher, that fishing rod, exactly. So like that, the wire which go the string that go on the fishing rod, like that the wire would go parallel to this particular wire, and it would be tensioned. So this wire will get turned, and it would be guided wire. So it can be guided through the means it can be guided around the chest through the means between the any whatever, there would be certain gap between chest and hand. So it would be guided through that gap, and it will just turn. It would we will curve it so as to cling it at the back. And since the idea is to form a loop around the chest, and since the loop has been formed, we will just pull it out. Instead, we will just pull it out. This is basically the idea which I want to present. And here are my team members. I would like to exactly, the idea has been modified with while means the Professor Manmohan sir, exactly, he was the one to modify the idea, and exactly Arora sir has guided us a lot to modify the idea. Thank you everyone. Hope I have made myself
So,
clear.
any questions?
Okay, my dear student, like, can you mention me that it is a specific hardware you are going to develop with this, presentation, or some software like like what exactly you want to do, like.
It
So
would be a hard. It's a since it's a hardware theme. It will be a hardware.
it will be a hardware. You will develop one hardware for the development of
Exactly.
this particular project, like. So
Exactly.
I mean to say it will be like, as you are saying, it is a telescopic based and something. It will move like that,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
it will just plant the person that is in the bore well, like, and it will pick it out, like.
Exactly.
So you see that, is it having any concern with the position of the person? Because in the bore well, we are unable to identify, like, I mean to say, the position of the person, whether it is like slant, whether it is like this guy. What we have?
Exactly. That particular these are the primitive things. Means we can lower a camera with a light. These things are definitely done by engineers. They are in practice right.
Yeah, I understand. So suppose if you have set some standard parameters, like the how much depth of the bore well, like what is to be the size of telescope,
No,
some
nothing
standard.
like
If you have taken with
no,
certain
nothing like
assumptions,
the
like.
no any restriction. Exactly this. The idea is means it would be a particular device which can be lowered to any depth using a rope. Uh, uh, if I can show you, I just share my screen again. Mm. If you can see the layout of here is the drawing. Yes, this particular one, it's a rope held device. So how long means the rope matters how deep you can go. Means if you have a rope means we are understanding the mechanism of this telescopic slide itself. But here you can see we have to just arrange a rope to go inside the borewell. No, not that kind of mechanism. Yes, that was the mechanism I was supposed to explain you. The mechanism is, are you understanding the mechanism of this telescopic slide?
Yeah, it is okay. Like one inside another, like
Yes,
I
one
saw.
inside another. It would be a
Yeah.
telescopic slide itself. But here you can see it would be a where is the presentation? Yes, here. It would be a telescopic slide, but it would be a curved telescopic slide. Can you see this particular diagram, this picture?
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes. It
this
is
it
okay.
would be a curved telescopic slide. Here it's these are three sliders here, but in the actual presentation we will have like these eight slider, or the circle can be divided into the parts which are desirable. Means any desirable parts we can divide the circle into, and we will have this circular telescopic slide. So this particular circular telescopic slide means the just a arc, this length arc would be lowered against the chest till the chest, and then this particular slide using a motor, these telescopic slide will come out. These arcs which are like embedded inside this particular arc will come out to loop around the body of the loop around the chest of the person. Am I clear?
Okay. Thank you, Shivam. All the best.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. And thank you, Shubham and group.
Okay, thank you.
Now the next group is Team 3D and Team 3D Wonders, and the team leader is Ashish Kumar. Ashish Kumar, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please present your idea. Just in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Share your screen kindly while proceeding.
Ma'am, I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Oh, ma'am, screen is visible? Ma'am, screen is
Yes.
visible?
Screen is visible.
Visible.
Yes. It's visible. Yes.
Good morning, honorable guest. We, Team 3D Wonders, are here to present our idea regarding the problem statement to design drone robots that can deal with handling of medical emergencies, search and rescue operations. We as a team have came up with an idea of a rover that can be used in these critical situations. Our rolling rover is perfect solution. It is damage resistant and can move on both land and water. Due to such features, it can be used as protective gear in natural calamities such as floods, storms, etc. Now, what was the mechanism that we have used and what are the technological aspects that we are going to implement in it will be explained by Ashish.
Thanks, Abhishek. In our rover, we are using hardware components like ESP, motor driver, gear motor, and Bluetooth module. In upcoming prototype, we are also going to install camera and the solar plate. For programming, we are using C language, and for program our ESP, we are using Arduino IDE software. To move our, as you can see on the screen, these are the prototype model. We can control the direction of rover by controlling the direction of motor. To move our rover forward direction or backward direction, we rotate both the motor in same direction. Or to rotate our rover in the left or rightward direction, we rotate our motor in opposite direction. Now the usage of our motor is explained by our teammates Aman Kumar.
Thanks, Abhishek. Now, as you can see, due to its innovative mechanism and versatile nature, roaring rover finds its use in various sectors. But some specific sector it can heavily impact are defense, healthcare, and entertainment. In defense, the smart mechanism allows it to easily navigate even in remote region, making the rover perfect for search and rescue operations. The device can also be used in military for surveying enemy camps and accessing the situations accordingly. Rescue operation can be held in case of terror attacks or similar due to its stealth nature. It can easily navigate to critical hostage situation and give authorities a unique insight due to scenario allowing the rescue operations and takes place effectively. In healthcare and services, the concept of this rover can be applied to provide emergencies, medical facilities in unfavorable circumstances, where normal transportation is either not possible or ineffective. And entertainment industries, it can be used as a carrier for holographic projection and can help in scaling them in general life too. Besides such serious and pressing issues, this rover can be used in our daily lives. This can prove to be efficient and daily services. And sir, we have also prepared a small clip describing our journey from mere an idea to its working prototype.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aman. I would like to request if there is any questions from the judges.
So okay, dear team, 3D wonders can you mention me that a specific hardware you are using in this particular prototype?
Yes, sir. We are basically using ESP module, motor driver, the battery, and the cam, and the micro gear motor.
Okay, so can we associate it with the software? Like,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For controlling the direction in which it moves, we are basically controlling it by the Bluetooth, via mobile, or any other software which can be controlled by Bluetooth, obviously. And in mechanism, we have especially designed a rack and gear which is circular in shape.
okay, thank you, Aman and team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Any more questions from judges? Okay, to Barsha, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Ashish and team. Next, we move on to the third team, whose team leader is Mrinalini Pratap Singh. and the team name is Just Us League. Just Us League. So Mrinalini, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can share your slide and present your ideas. Just keep in mind the 5 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Apu, share your screen, please.
हाँ कर दिए एक मिनट कमल कर हाँ
Okay. So, good morning, respected director, sir, respected teachers, and my fellow colleagues. We are Team Justice League, and I will just brief about our problem statement. So, our problem statement is to develop a system for high compression and decompression of photograph and documents without the loss of quality, which is actually given by the Ministry of Rural Development.
Mrinalini and Kamal, your presentation is not visible. Or you can please stop presenting and again represent.
Sure, ma'am.
In network की वजह से।
Now it is okay. It is
Yes,
visible.
yes. Now it is visible. You can continue.
Okay, I will start it again. So, good morning, respected director, sir, teachers, and my fellow colleagues. We are Team Justice League, and I will just brief about our problem statement. So, we are going to develop a system for high compression and decompression of photograph and documents without the loss of quality. And this is given by the Ministry of Rural Development. Sahil, please continue.
Minas, eh,
नहीं हो रही चेंजिंग
या सो मैं अभी बताऊंगा कि मतलब लाइक हाउ विल वी अचीव दिस। तो करंटली जो हमारी इमेज कंप्रेशन टेक्निक्स हैं वो क्या करती हैं, दे यूज एंट्रोपी मॉडल। तो जो हमारी इमेज है वो उसको लेटेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन में कन्वर्ट करती है, एस्टिमेट करती है एज अ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंट्रोपी मॉडल के बेस पर जो करंट एंट्रोपी मॉडल्स हैं मतलब वो 2018 के टाइम से चल रहे हैं। तो मतलब करंटली कोई न्यू एंट्रोपी मॉडल्स नहीं आए हैं। तो करंटली जो अभी मतलब आए हैं जो भी करंटली न्यू आए हैं रिसर्च पेपर्स, उनके अकॉर्डिंग एक न्यू एंट्रोपी मॉडल आया, सी एंट्रोपी मॉडल, जिसको बोलते हैं कॉन्टेक्स्ट एडेप्टिव एंट्रोपी मॉडल। तो जो इसके रिजल्ट्स हैं वो जो हमारे प्रीवियस इमेज कंप्रेशन एल्गोरिथम्स हैं उनके कंपैरेटिवली काफी बेटर हैं। तो हम ये मॉडल यूज करेंगे। सीए एंट्रोपी मॉडल में जो होता है,
साहिल आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन चली गई, विजिबल नहीं है।
मे बी सर सम इंटरनेट इशू। सर इज इट विजिबल नाउ?
हाँ ओके।
या सो मैं दोबारा शुरू करता हूँ। तो लाइक जो हमारी अभी करंट टेक्निक्स हैं वो एंट्रोपी मॉडल यूज करती हैं, हमारी इमेज को हम कंप्रेस करके लेटेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन में करते हैं। तो जो हमारी लेटेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन है उसको मतलब एस्टिमेट करते हैं यूजिंग एएनएन, जिसको हम बोलते हैं आर्टिफिशियल न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स, और ये हम अचीव करते हैं यूजिंग एंट्रोपी मॉडल। तो जो प्रीवियस एंट्रोपी मॉडल है वो इतने एक्यूरेट नहीं है क्योंकि वो 2018 के राउंड से मतलब चल रहे हैं। तो भी करंटली एक रिसर्च पेपर आया था सी एंट्रोपी मॉडल का जो यूज करता है कॉन्टेक्स्ट एडेप्टिव एंट्रोपी मॉडल। तो इसमें हम दो कॉन्टेक्स्ट यूज करते हैं, एक होता है बिट फ्री, एक होता है बिट कंज्यूमिंग। तो जो ये हमारा एंट्रोपी मॉडल है ये पहले मॉडल से काफी बेटर है और ये हमें अराउंड उतने ही साइज में मतलब बेटर क्वालिटी इमेज देता है। तो हम ये वाला एंट्रोपी मॉडल यूज करेंगे और इसमें हम जो हमारा यूएमएल देखोगे आप, तो हम इसमें जो ये एंट्रोपी मॉडल ऑलरेडी ट्रेंड है, तो हम इसको बस यूज करेंगे यूजिंग टेंसरफ्लो, ये मतलब पाइथन में लिखा हुआ है। वी विल जस्ट यूज दिस एंट्रोपी मॉडल और ये जो प्री बिल्ट मॉडल्स है उनसे काफी बेटर है और लाइक करंटली अभी कोई इसको यूज नहीं कर रहा है। सो दिस विल बी आवर मेन लाइक शो स्टॉपर। और जो हमारा फ्रंट एंड होगा वो हमारे बैक एंड के साथ कनेक्टेड, अब हमने अपनी यूएमएल में दिखाया हुआ है, लाइक हाउ द लाइक कैसे काम करेगा हमारा बैक एंड में जो टेंसर फ्लो है। एंड हमारी टेक्स्ट डेक में यूआई वगैरह में एचटीएमएल सीएसएस नोड जेएस वगैरह यूज करेंगे, और बैक एंड में पाइथन होगा और टेंसर फ्लो, जिसमें हमारा जो ये टॉपिक मॉडल है वो रिटर्न है, और ओएस लिनक्स विंडोज ये सब भी चलेगा।
यस सर। अब मैं आपको इस उसके मैं आपको यूज केसेस यहाँ पे बताना चाहूंगा इस आइडिया के। एक्चुअली हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो जनरली इमेज कंप्रेशन एल्गोरिदम पे आधारित है, तो हम लोग इस चीज पे फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हमें बस हमें कम से कम साइज के अंदर हमें अच्छी से अच्छी क्वालिटी की इमेज चाहिए। इसकी एप्लीकेशंस बहुत जगह पे हैं, जैसे कि अगर आप एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड के अंदर देखें तो फ्रूट जो होते हैं उनको सॉर्ट करने में, फ्रूट्स की क्वालिटी को चेक कर जो कि फ्रूट की क्वालिटी चेक कर रहे हैं, इमेज के थ्रू ही सब कुछ डिटेक्ट करा जाएगा। तो इमेज हम ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम कम से कम साइज की इमेज उनको प्रोवाइड करें और हाई क्वालिटी के अंदर हो, जिससे ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन आसान हो जाए कंपैरेटिवली। ऐसे ही इसका यूज केस हेल्थ केयर के अंदर भी है, जहाँ पे आप रोबोटिक सर्जरी अचीव कर सकते हैं। मतलब इन हर जगह पे कंप्यूटर विजन का इस्तेमाल होता है, हर जगह पे गुड क्वालिटी इमेजेस चाहिए होती है, तो हम कम साइज के अंदर गुड क्वालिटी इमेजेस प्रोड्यूस करने की कोशिश करेंगे यहाँ पे। नालनी हमारी टीम लीडर है, अपूर्व इट्स मी, एंड साहिल, ज्ञानेंद्र रावत, आयुष एंड कमल।
Okay.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Mrinalini and team. I would like to request if there are any questions from the judges.
Okay, dear student, like, can you mention me that this project is image compression based, like, right? So up to what particular extent, like, I mean to say in term of percentage, you are able to compress your image without losing its quality. Have you noted this?
या सो करेंटली सर जो करंट एल्गोरिदम है वो हमारे हम मेजर करते हैं बीपी में, जिसको बोलते हैं बिट्स पर पिक्सल। करंट एल्गोरिदम है के अराउंड मतलब करते हैं बिट्स कंप्रेस है उससे यस
Standard parameters, those are being
एफिशिएंसी उसकी सर करते हैं। तो उसकी सर हीट मैप उसके जो सर डेकोरेट है हमारी
For your presentation.
Oh, yes, ma'am, sure. So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Priyanshu, from the team Sophomores, and our problem statement is organized by ISRO, and its title is Water Quality from Mobile Captured and Google Earth Images. So, basically, our theme is disaster management, like as to manage the polluted water along without visiting that manually. So our idea process is, the idea is to develop an automatic prediction system which will predict the quality of water based on the water color and solar radiation, U angle and radiance in visible region. So this prediction system's working is based on the image processing. So predict the quality of water by processing the image. Water So we use the satellite for getting proper parameters to calculate. So basically, satellite is a free and open to use. So there's a very big advantage of our idea that means ISRO can replace the satellite with its highly supervised satellites for more accurate and improved results. So this is flexible as we can use both web applications and Android applications. So let's get move forward to the flowchart. So in the flowchart, we can see there is a user and user can interact with the prediction model using Android application. So on the Android, the prediction model, there are various ways. One is RGB of the image or watercolor is green. So there may be a possibility of presence of LV and correspondingly we can guess the minerals and predict the calculate the temperature reason like as a radiation of the colored part of the image and Google Earth images. So parallelly, Edwin can also predict the images and she can manage the front end. She can manage the prediction model directly. Can manage the data and data sets. So basically the technology stack which we are using here is Apache as the web server and Java and Python as the programming languages. So frameworks which we are using is React Native for the Android development and Django is for the web server. So APIs which we are using is Google Earth APIs, Sentinel to Satellite API, etc. So operating system will be one of them, Linux or Windows. So basically, there are some dependencies regarding our prediction model. So first will be the if the organization provide dataset, so it would be beneficial. So what and second one is what should be clear in the images clicked by mobile to get more accurate output. So to avoid the blur images, so image must be clicked for a large source of water like a pond, lake, or sea. As the problem is based on disaster management, so we will have to cover a large area. So for Google Maps input, non-cloud images will be preferred to avoid messing of water and cloud colors with each other. So here are some use cases here. So how the user will use the application. So she will solar radiation and radiance. So we are using computer vision and machine learning. So machine learning, we are using logistic regression model. And in computer vision, we are using the Keras model, Keras algorithm from TensorFlow. So the result will be received by using the API and it will be shown on the Android application. So here is our team. So myself, Priyanshu, then Abdul Rahman, Angad, Anurag Tiwari, Prachi Sinha, Shivam Raj, and our mentors are Dr. Damanpreet Singh and Dr. Tajinder Singh. So thank you everyone. So any questions?
Thank you, Priyanshu. Any questions from the judges?
Okay, Priyanshu, you kindly convey that depending upon the region, sometimes the color of water varies. So,
Yes, that's why we have defined view angle.
yeah, so I meant to say which particular specific parameters you are considering whenever there is a change in color at different regions, at different locations. So what do you think?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. That's a brilliant question, by the way. We are choosing 5 different parameters in order to identify what kind of quality the water is having. So first one is temperature. The second one is hue angle. So what is hue angle? Hue angle defines the exact color which water is having. For example, when we converting any kind of color from a reality to a pixelated, so it converts into 0 to 255 values. But it turns out with the passage of time that it's not very accurate. So this is a new parameter to measure the exact color of water, hue angle. The third one is geographical location. It's one of the parameters. The fourth one is humidity at that particular location, and the fifth one is climate conditions of that area. Now the question is, sir, the kind of information which we are getting from Google as well as Sentinel satellites are temperature, an exact location plus humidity and the climate condition of that area. So using all these four parameters plus the information which user is giving, all these five parameters, we are able to give answer very accurately, sir.
So you mean to say you have chosen a specific set of like 4 or 5 parameters, and on the basis of these parameters, you are able to predict the quality of water, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly, sir.
That's
And
what you
those
want to do, right?
yes, sir. And at the same time, the kind of model which we're using is also successfully able to implement based on all these five parameters, sir. And the best part is that if we want to increase the parameters, actually what happens is that it increases the accuracy. So it's always a wonderful thing for us.
So is there any concern or is there any issue in your mind that these 5 parameters may have some limitation regarding the quality of waters?
No, sir. As far as I know, because the kind of model which we are using, regression model, all it requires is a more amount of data. For example, if right now we have a accuracy of 60%, what we want is कि हमारे user और use करे. For example, we have 100 new photos. So all we are going to do is that upload all those 100 photos into a server. What will it will happen? Initially, we had a 61% accuracy. Next day, after all these 100 photos, we will have a 65% accuracy. So of course, with the passage of time, we are increasing our accuracy, sir. So
Okay,
I don't
thank
think
you.
so. Yes, sir.
Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
I have one question
Yes, sir.
regarding color, which is your primary parameter, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
One of our primary parameters, sir.
yes. So, color of water can be different because of geographical positions. One. Apart from that, aging of water can also impart color to the water,
Yes, sir.
right? But
Exactly.
if you have water coming from certain industry or certain process and the pigment are being used, in that case your results might be deceiving.
No, sir. Colors based on the solar radiation as one of the inputs. So if the output, for example, if water turns out to be pink, so it does not matches with the first one, does not neither matches with the second one. Of course, we will detect that it's from the industrial output. Plus, and another parameter we will having is an industrial, is a location. So based on these two things, that we have a location के पास में कोई industry है. Second thing कि ये ना ही कोई natural है, ना ही ये solar radiation के according है, ना ही इसमें कोई mineral है. तो हम इन सभी पैरामीटर्स के बेसिस पे बहुत एक्यूरेटली बता पाएंगे कि ये इंडस्ट्रियल वाटर है.
Okay, all the best.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Priyanshu and team. I can see Prince raising a hand. You have some questions, Prince? Prince? Okay, maybe by mistake. Next, we continue to the fifth group, Clive Quiz by Ayush Anand and group and team. Ayush, you are there? Yes, yes, I can see you. Please present your slide and continue with your presentation. Try to complete it in 5 minutes.
Kindly share your screen better.
Yes, the screen is visible.
So, a pleasant good morning to all the dignitaries present here. I am Ayush Anand, team leader of Tribes, here along with team members Harsh, Ankit, Satvik, Raman, and Praveen. We are here to present our solution on the PS number NR1168 provided by DRDO, Ministry of Defense. Now, the I would like to hand over it to Pravati for the presentation. Pravati, over to you.
A very good morning, everyone present here. I'm Pragati, presenting Team Clives. The last 2 years was completely like a roller coaster due to the hard hit of pandemic. Most of the Indians have faced management disaster in the medical sector. Our problem statement is about during COVID-19 pandemic, maybe many private hospitals had charged huge and unimaginable amount from the patient and made enormous profit by taking advantage of panic conditions. Even without bill clearance, they were not handing over the dead bodies to the respective family members. Also, there is no proper information about nearest hospitals, beds, oxygen, blood bank, ventilators, staff, and other services available in the hospital. So there is a requirement of national information portal to regulate the private hospital, monitor all the extra charging, and emergency services as per their choice and availability. Our team is developing a web-based platform using MERN-STAC technology to regulate the private hospitals, monitor extra charging, and keep real-time data of all the facilities available and required. This is a national information portal for all the private hospitals on which patients as well as the hospitals will register, and administration will verify the both hospital and the users. Our solution is unique in the way we are providing a real-time availability of the hospitals. We are generating bill through our portal to regulate extra charges and filter the user as well as the hospitals. Next slide is taken over by Harsh.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to explain the technology stack. We are using MERN-STAC as our technology, which is also an open source. MERN-STAC is a JavaScript stack that is used for easier and faster deployment of full-stack web application. MERN-STAC comprises of four technologies: MongoDB for our database, React, one of the most popular framework for frontend, Node.js and Express.js for our backend. Except these, we are using Google Map, Bootstrap, SandGrid, and a lot of NPM package as an open source. Next slide is taken over by Satvik.
Good morning, everyone. I will be explaining use case of our solution. So our solution basically has three main entities: hospital, user, and administrator. The administrator here represents our website as well as our people managing on backend. The administrator receives and verifies the registration details of both user and hospital and add the required detail on portal. The user can use filter functionality to check the real-time availability of resources of hospitals. Further, they can choose to make appointment, which will be verified by administrator and redirected to hospitals who will confirm the appointment on portal. For the bill payment, the administrator will verify the division of charges on bill and report any irregularities if found. Otherwise, will be redirected to user. The portal also provides a grievance portal to report or file any complaint regarding any process up to bill clearance. The complaint can be filed by both hospitals and users and will be verified by administrator for further actions. Next slide is taken over by Raman.
Raman, turn on your mic, please.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Respected sir and ma'am, good morning to everyone. Here is the prototype of our slide. Of our web app. We are currently developing the front end and hospitals and booking the appointments and all. This is the hero page of our web app. Here we are planning a quick access to the nearby hospitals by using the search bar. We have also provided some registered and what are the amount of blood banks and all we have received and the appointments we have booked currently. And if there's any emergency, medical emergency, then the patient or his relative can search for the nearest hospitals using the search bar. So So after searching this, it will provide the basic informations about the hospital of the nearest hospitals and what are the availability of the beds and what are the facility available there. And the user can also inquire about a particular hospital using this app. Uh, At last, I would like to thanks JP sir and Rahul Gautam sir for continuously guiding us. And we believe that our platform will bring a fair reform in medical sector because together we can make a difference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ayush and you.
Okay, dear student, can you mention me that
I would
we
like
have
to request any questions from the
yes,
judges.
yes, please. So can you mention me that we have existing some solution available in this direction or not? We have existing some solution to exploit from privatized hospital to taking unnecessary charges. We have availability of this solution.
There are some data like about any respective hostel about any respective medical care center. So what we are doing, yes sir, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Team Pro Wheeler and the team leader is Prashant Sharma. Prashant, please share your slides, share your screen, and then
Okay, ma'am.
present in 5 minutes.
Good morning, respected director, sir, dean, sir, and all professors present here. I am Prashant Sharma. I am a team leader of Team Pro Wheeler. We have gotten a statement from Ministry of Science and Technology. We find a problem statement that a wheelchair with attachment B-type oxygen cylinder for COPD patients. Nowadays, COPD is a disease in which patient require oxygen cylinder all time. So while taking him to a hospital, we just need to be attend two people to attend the patient, one for to keep the oxygen cylinder with it, and one to attend the wheelchair. And the Ministry of Science and Technology wants that there should be requirement of only a one attendant to attend that person, so that we will make a wheelchair that has the attachment of oxygen cylinder also. So first of all, I will explain some points about nomenclature of normal wheelchair. This is a normal wheelchair. These are the points given here, hand grip, armrest. This will help you understand next slides. So I will showing this. Footrest, tires. Now I will explain how we solve this problem. Here you all are seeing two pictures at the side. We have made a new design in which we just increase the distance between the front tires and the back tires so that the stability of the wheelchair increase, by which when we are adding a oxygen cylinder at the back of the backrest, it will be fully stable, and it also stable when we are taking out the oxygen cylinder with it. It's also stable without an oxygen cylinder also. We have at every joint, we have make a hinge system with locks so that it can be adjusted according to the requirement of the patient. We have also designed a new oxygen cylinder pouch which can carry all types of B-type oxygen cylinder. There are the three types of oxygen B-type oxygen cylinders with different amount of oxygen in it. We have designed it in such a way that it has a zip system by which we can adjust its diameter or its height and length. So it can be used with all three types of oxygen cylinders, and it is attached with the belts with the backrest of the wheelchair. So it also can be used separately. Now we will define our technology stacks we will use here. We have designed it in a 3D CAD software. After it, we will make it in a hardware. We have analyzes our materials used in it so that the strength that it is a device for patients, so it is be durable. So we have designed different types of materials which have to be used, and hinge system is used for its adjustment. It will help in adjustment and comfortability of the patient. Chip system is involved in the pouch so that its diameter and length should be increased or decreased. We have further planning also. Uh, we have planned that automatic supply. There is a manual supply nowadays. Nowadays there is a manual supply for the patient to maintain the oxygen supply. We have further planning to make an Arduino module by connecting to the sensor of pulse rate monitor and oxygen oximeter. By using it, we will supply automatically required amount of oxygen to the patient. Now, idea approach. Now we have to define our use cases. Bhavna, please.
Good morning, everyone. So I will explain you use cases. It is used for COPD patient as well as normal patient also, as we include oxygen cylinder pouch removable, and this will provide multi-usability. It can be used also as a stretcher, as we include the hinges system, so it can more adjustable, and it is used for different types of oxygen cylinder. As Prashant have already told that we include the zip system in the oxygen cylinder pouch, so different types of oxygen cylinders like M6, ML6, M7, different types of oxygen cylinder can also be used in this wheelchair. Pouch can also be used in trolley. Cylinder with trolley can attach with the wheelchair.
Now I will define. We have some stoppers also here. We have depended on some data that is present on internet. For example, we are oxygen cylinders capability, weight. We don't experience them in a real life. We are totally dependent on the data available on the internet. And materials, we also have depend on the internet for the material strength and its pricing and availability. That's all. And there is also a stopper here that cylinder can't be designed by our own style because there is a specific dimension of it provided by the government of India. Here I have completed my presentation, and my team members, I am the team leader, and I have 5 more team members: Yoginder Singh, Bhavna, Gaurav Kumar, Satyam Kushwaha, and Preeti Rani. Our team members are engineer Johnny Singla sir from mechanical department and Dr. Anuj Bansal from mechanical department. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prashant and team. I would like to request any questions from the judges.
So, dear student, have you developed some prototype of this one? So, I would say in a physical manner, have you developed such kind of wheelchair?
Okay, sir. I will share my 3D CAD design, which is not completely made till now, but we are working on it. I will sharing my
Okay,
screen.
still, you mean to say still it is in designing phase, like, so you have not developed a physical or hardware, I mean to say physical prototype of this one, this pro wheelchair.
Sir, we have done our calculations on the basic of center of mass stability and weight by applying a weight categories, but we are lacking in 3D designing as we are working on it right now. It's a long process to learn 3D CAD, so we are working on it. but our calculations are ready for that. But I will showing you some pictures.
Okay.
Sir, this is a normal wheelchair. We have to just bend it from this side, this point, bendable this backwards so that the distance between front tire and back tire increase. And hinge system also included in it, sir. We will further design it.
Okay, thank you, dear student, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prashant. Next team is hockey by Bhagwat Sandilya and team. Bhagwat Sandilya.
Uh,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
present your slide. Yeah, yeah.
Urging all my teammates to turn on your camera and sort of present the slide. So, ma'am, slide is visible.
Yes, your slides are visible.
So, respected director, sir, Dean Academics, J.S. Dillo, sir, and all dignitaries present here, and respected panel. A very good morning to all of you. I am Bhagwat Sandil of Team Hawkeye. We present our solution for the problem statement titled as identification of drones through CCTV feeds by Defense Research and Development Organization, Ministry of Defense. Sir, drones are poised to fuel new use cases and economy, but they are also starting to pose security threats to our nation. Due to their small radar cross-section, it is not easy to detect them through conventional methods. Other methods like radio frequency analyzers and acoustic sensors have some significant limitations. So we have to develop a solution that can detect a drone using CCTV feeds in real time and be smart enough to distinguish between birds, kites, and other aerial objects. It should also be able to indicate if the drone is approaching or receding. Sir, last year our country encountered its very first major drone attack across the border. Air Force Station Jammu was attacked by two low-flying drones that were carrying IEDs. The drone characteristics that I have stated earlier, small in size, low in cost, ease of maneuverability and maintenance, makes them a preferred choice for anti-national elements. Drones are easily commercially available where they can be repurposed for criminal uses and anti-national as is observation. Used. Lightweight architecture is of drones as small as detection and classification are two different YOLO architecture which yields lesser consumption of computational resources. This allows us to uninterrupted tracking of the aerial object in real time while system can identify the possible threat perception and alert the authorities. As we are using YOLO architecture to be a specific YOLO version 4, here we will train our model on standard datasets available. The reason of we are required to detect intrusion from the CCTV feeds in real time, and its abbreviation of YOLO also states you only look once. In general, CCTV operates at 30 frames per second, and YOLO can process that amount of data in real time efficiently. YOLO has also highest mean average precision value and lowest inference time in MS COCO dataset. We have divided our solution into three interlinked modules. The first module deals with the object detection and classification, where we will extract some features. Second modules deals with the intrusion detection and its evidence. And third module deals with final outcome and alert system. Sir, in our solution, the real-time CCTV feed is passed to our detector, where the features from that video frames is extracted along with the object classifier is identified. which is drone in our case. Once the class of object is identified, we will look whether the drone is approaching or receding relative to the CCTV. Once the state is known, alert will be generated. Talking about the needs of the implementation, we will be using datasets from Kaggle, TensorFlow, and Google Colab for processing, which is all free of cost and open source. Uh, Sir, as of now, our solution is only focused on one aspect, that is drone. But in ranging from number plate detection to traffic system and robot, as well as in medical field robotic surgeries. Needless to say, things like momentum, which are heavily dependent on vision aspects. With some proper modifications, our solution can be optimized for these needs also. Sir, one advantage of our solution is limited GPU requirement, which makes it affordable. A large number of cameras are pre-installed at various establishments, maybe it's civilian or military, which may further reduce the cost. Major critical infrastructures like airport, nuclear power plant are obvious targets for both clueless recreational users and serious attacks. A coordinated attack by any group using drone, maybe individual, several, or a swarm of drones would be a disaster. So a drone detection system would avoid such instances. Sir, it will be a game changer in border surveillance, as there are already, we are reporting various intrusion practices, and pre-installed there are very much pre-installed cameras at border with through the fencing, so and the probability of intrusions are significantly high in that areas, so it will be a game changer in border surveillance. uh, Thank you.
Thank you, Bhagwat and group. I request if there are any queries from the judges.
So dear students, we have already a number of approaches available to detect the drone at the border area, available with the defense system. Like, so can you mention me only one aspect which differ your scheme or your proposal from the existing one, and that makes it adaptable? Like, so what do you think? What do you think?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is already been used, but this idea or the challenges is proposed in this hackathon to enhance the capability of already installed CCTVs that are generally used around us.
Okay, okay. So in addition, can you mention me some parameters, some specific aspect you have identified that is enhancing the existing scheme or existing prototypes or existing products available?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Means the minimal tech requirement is here. With the previous means the technology which we are already using, you are using some of the additional hardware that is required, just like acoustic systems or the frequency based systems to detect the drone intrusion. But in this case, only the vision is being concerned, so that we are just doing that we are taking the frames from the video and processing it to find the all possible objects, and into which we are just classifying or extracting the where the drone is present. Any unmanned aerial vehicle that is present in that scenario, that will be only considered in this case.
Okay, have you developed some prototype for this one?
Sir, as the question is demanding for a algorithm or a solution, we have that, and we can also implement it, and we are going to implement it practically with a standalone program.
Okay, great. So thank you, dear students. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No
Yes.
doubt your idea is very good. I think my only suggestion or question is
Yes, sir.
that there are two aspects. One is drone detection, and
Yes, sir.
another is the prevention of the drone into the restricted area.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Uh,
okay, sir. So once
So
the
I
drone
think
is
drone
being,
detection till now we have not been able to detect. That's why the drones have come into the other area. So can't
yes,
we have a idea where the moment the drone is detected, it is prevented also?
yes, sir.
sir,
This is included in the solution itself, sir. Sir, we have to identify whether the drone is approaching or receding in the perspective of that camera. So suppose that if it is installed on a military basis or some private house or company, then it will detect if the drone is approaching or if the drone is going to somewhere else. Depending upon that state, we have to generate a system alert or the alert to the authorities. That prevention
That, that,
mechanism is
that,
already
that,
inbuilt.
that's what my suggestion is that because there
Yes,
are number of it's an enhancement of the CCTV camera only. So
yes,
the think the importance of the problem is that the moment we detect it, it should not be able to cross the territory.
Sir, in our problem statement, it is stated that we have to only provide the algorithm to detect the drone. Sir, for prevention mechanisms, uh, we have some ideas regarding counter. If it is autonomous, then we can't do any radio frequency modifications.
No, that would be more appropriate to develop a algo
Yes, sir.
which can prevent the entry also along
yes, sir.
with the detection.
There should be some counterpart also.
Yes, sir.
That is more important.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Otherwise, till now, I think that there are detection methods are there, and in some cases, it is not being detected. That's why it is coming to the other territory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the algo should have a feature of detection as well as the prevention. So that would be
Yes,
more, so you'll be putting the
impactful.
two efforts at the same time.
Agree, sir.
Agree, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Agree, sir. Sir, we will prepare detection and prevention. Alert system will be available there, sir.
And one more, sir, actually to clear that your question as well as Dr. Vinod Kumar Verma's question. We all know that already there are a lot of CCTVs equipped in those military bases, and they are properly doing their surveillance job. But the problem is that they were unable to properly differentiate between a incoming drone and a bird. So that's the main part the problem statement is focused on. And in our algorithm, we are actually tracking properly. So because we know the pattern in which a drone flies and a bat flies may differ, which gives us an edge over to actually differentiate it properly. So that's where we are concentrating on. But yes, sir, we will sure take your suggestion and make some implementation for prevention also. We will implement that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great, dear students. One additional question from my side to Srinivas. Dear Srinivas, have you identified some specific parameter that makes a differentiation between existing drone and a bird?
Just like yes, sir, just like I said now, as of now, the one of the biggest advantage that not advantage, what can I say, a clue that we can have is differentiation between a bird and an incoming drone will be the pattern in which both these flies actually.
Pattern.
So that's where we are actually focusing on.
Yeah, a specific
Sir?
pattern you are identifying the movement of the bird's wings as well as the drone, how drone flies. Like.
Exactly, sir. We are not only doing object detection, but we are also tracking the object through the frames of the available video CCTV feed.
Sir,
So
we,
through that,
sir, we will do the supervised learning where we will provide some annotated images where it will identify birds and drones. Uh,
Yes, sir. For that, especially we are using a special data set that is available also. That drone versus bird data set.
Birds data
yes,
set.
extensive training through datasets is necessary to differentiate properly. That we are focusing on, sir, right now.
Okay, great.
Sir,
All the best. All
yes,
the
sir.
best.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bhagwat.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
the judges. Next, I would like to call upon the group technocrats, and the team leader is Kamalpreet Kaur. Group technocrats, team leader Kamalpreet Kaur.
Respected sir, director sir, and all of them.
Kamalpreet, please share your
Yes,
screen.
ma'am. Yes.
Yes, it is visible now. You can continue and try to complete in 5 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Respected director sir and all other dignitaries, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today I am here to give presentation on our project, that is surveillance of HRD student training in campus and hostel campus to regulate in and out movements. As we know, the safety of students is our prime importance. Our campus is made under 24/7 CCTV surveillance to keep the track of activities of our students and our project is mainly under organization National Institute of Empowerment of a Person with Multiple Disabilities and Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The basic idea The basic idea behind our project is to build a web application for a surveillance of student in campus. This application will use CCTV to capture the image of student and it will match with the database. In this way, the movement of students in and out will be can be done. The system works continuously monitoring the live feed from the college CCTV and detecting and recognizing the face. Once the image is matched with the student, the system will maintain a database in the backend location. Each day, the movement details of students are sent to the parents through SMS. The basic approach is mainly the first of all, our project will be start with if then the image recognition is from taken from the live feed, then it will check continuously and detect the face. If the face is recognized, it will save the location with time stored in the database. If the face is not recognized and it is an unknown face, then it will give alert official, and it will either mark visitor or new mark record will be created. In this way, whole process will be uh, processed, and at the end of day, attendance shared with the parents and by SMS is done. The technology which we are using in our project is, for operating system we are using Windows, and for Android we are using Android development, and the language we are using is Python, JavaScript, and Dart we are using because it is having very huge libraries, and it is mainly used in web application, and it is very vast. For the framework and library, we are using OpenCV, Flutter, Node.js. OpenCV is for image recognition. And for the database, we are using MongoDB, in which the all data is stored, and the image is also stored of the student in the database. Now, one of my teammates will explain you more about this.
Yes, sir. So we have prepared some only the first part. So process begins with like detecting the face. So detect and and it start by giving some parameters to the images, like the distance between the eyes and the length of nose, this kind of parameters. So to accurately identify a image. And with this bottom one image here, you can see that it is saying false because these are not the same person. And here, although these are different images and the face angle is also different, it has means correctly identified the person. So this is the only first stage, and in second stage it will continuously take images from the live feed, the CCTV live feed, and continuously monitor the in and out, which is what is demanded the problem statement, to continuously monitor in and out movement and to mark attendance.
Thank you, Kamalpreet and team. I think you did your presentation.
Yes, ma'am, we are done.
Okay. Any questions from the judges?
So dear students, as you are mentioning that you are trying to observe the movement of student within the campus. You are just capturing their movements with the cams and storing it somewhere else, and at the end of the day you are reporting to the appropriate persons regarding their movements and on and on. So I mean to say, what is the novel contribution from your side in this one, or proposal in such directions available? So what do you think? Some novelty of your project, I mean some specific strategy if you have proposed in order to monitor the student attendance system and on and on. So what do you think?
So the biggest benefit is it is very fast compared to the conventional methods that are used for attendance, because it
So have you developed some prototype? Have you developed some prototype in order to measure the attendance of the students or the peoples in the campus?
no, sir, we
Have you developed some
haven't prepared
prototype?
anything, but because what we are proposing is that it is taking images from live feed. As the student passes in from the front of the camera, it marks his attendance. So like we can place cameras in the classrooms and it will mark the attendance when the teachers the teacher says that like, okay, we are starting the class at this moment, who are is present inside the class with this attendance mark. So this can be
Okay.
done. And another
Okay, let me
benefit
just
is
say,
like it can,
yes.
yes, sir. Another benefit is from the security point of view, because it is continuously monitoring, so it can detect any unknown person. And like for girls hostel, it is very means you can say important, because if anyone unknown is observed in the frame, so it will quickly alert the authorities, and either authorities will generate means if it is a visitor, they can show that it is a visitor or take any necessary action.
Okay, good. Good. For that sort of thing, you should be having some database then. We will make a database of the corresponding people, get it compared, and then you will make a conclusion whether the person is a student or outside. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is a ever learning means process, because it will take images and it will start with certain images. Like we can give it that these are our students, so it will start by that. And at the end of the day, like if what we can do that if it correctly identify a person, so we can add that image to the database, and that will make the further identification more strong, because it will now have one more image to compare with.
Okay, great. So thank you all. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kamalpreet and group. The next group is Couch Potatoes by Utsav, Anand and team. Utsav, Anand and team. Please present yourself
Yes, ma'am.
and start your presentation.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen, just 1 second. Um, um, I just need 1 second, there's probably some sort of issue. Yeah, is my screen visible now?
Not yet.
Okay, let's see when. Okay, is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Right. So, good morning, Honorable Director, sir, and all other faculty members present here, along with my fellow students. I'm Harsh, and my teammates are Utsav, Shivam, Narayan, Namika, and Parth. And our team's name is Couch Potatoes. You'll see the irony in our name very soon. Right. So, our problem statement is promoting fitness through gamification. Now, in light of the physical health consequences of an inactive lifestyle enforced by the pandemic, all of us are getting out of shape, sitting in front of screens for 8 hours a day for 2 years straight. Everyone's getting fat, right? So it seems it is almost like a national or international health crisis. So that's what we hope to tackle with this. Obviously, this is a software-based problem statement, so we have come up with an mobile application concept. Now, you may say there are already a lot of these fitness apps available on the market, which can be used to track activity and give exercise advice and stuff like that. But what sets us apart from this? What is our innovative idea? The thing is, most of these existing apps are individual oriented, so they isolate, they're isolated to just you. But we plan, and people, it's hard to maintain consistency in an activity which you are doing alone. So to maintain this consistency, which is what brings improvement, we plan to in most mobile phones and use this to calculate metrics such as step counts, distance a person has walked, and things like that. And it will create a database of all the users that have downloaded this application, and it will use these activity to create a sort of leaderboard out of it. So those who are walking more, who are doing more activity on a daily basis, will get a higher rank on the leaderboard. So uh, right, yeah. So this is just like a video game. A lot of online video games have these international leaderboards. So this is how we're implementing gamification in it. Nothing is more important to a man than that is more motivating to a person than jealousy. एक थ्री इडियट्स का अगर आपको डायलॉग याद होगा, एक आमिर खान का, कि दोस्त फेल हो जाता है तो दुख होता है, पर दोस्त टॉप कर जाता है तो वो ज्यादा दुख होता है. So this look is what we're using to create a sense of healthy competition among all the app users. Now, another unique feature of our application will be one-on-one challenges. So any user can pick another user in their league around their ranks in the leaderboard, and they can challenge them to a sort of activity competition. So over the course of a few days, or whatever the duration of that challenge is, whoever is more active will get a higher, will win that challenge and will get a higher rank in the leaderboard. So this is what I believe is the crown jewel, the most distinctive thing of our application. Uh, Now I'd like my teammate Shivam to, we have created a sort of UI sample for this. I'd like him to present that. Shivam? Shivam, you're muted. Unmute yourself, please.
I'm so sorry. Good morning, everyone. So, as my friend Harsh has explained something about our app, now I'm going to present, or you can say, I'm going to tell you about how this will function. Now, you can see in the flow chart during
Shivam,
onboarding.
your screen is not, you're not presenting your screen yet.
Can you present, please?
Okay, sure. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now, as you see, as soon as user onboards in our app, he or she has to provide us with a few information like BMI and weight and age and gender. After that, we are start collecting the information from the sensors. For example, accelerometer, which is used to measure the accelerations, and through gyroscope, which will tell us orientation of device, and through compass, that determines the direction of the phone. And after that, these data used to collect the database used to collect in the database, and we will retrieve that data during the display of the activities like step counting, calorie burn, and BMI, and all that stuffs. Now coming to the most interesting part, which sets apart from our competitions, that is the leaderboard. Now our app provides an platform and competitive environment to a user, where user can see and see their rank to on the leaderboard, so that motivates all the users to become healthy and fit. That's how we can achieve our goal to a healthy India. Now coming to the UI, let me present my screen. We have developed a app UI, you can see.
Your screen is not visible.
So
Yeah,
here is my screen visible.
yeah, now, yeah.
Yes, yes.
This is, as you can see, onboarding process, and after that we have different activities depending upon, for example, cycling, walking, and tracking, and few other activities. Now depending upon the activities, we have another page which is linked to this, like cycling, and it's monthly reporting, and we have also daily monitoring, like steps, calories, and distance. And last part and the most interesting is this ranking, which is live and updated daily on daily basis. So that's how we are developing our app, and I have shown you the our app UI. So now my friend Utsav will explain you technical steps about this app.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Harsh, please share that PPT.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So talking about the technical stacks, first of all, we will made our app on Android Studio. So we'll use XML for our front end and layout part designing, and for backend we will use Java code. And for database management, we will use MySQL to manage the data from users, and so displaying the leaderboard according to it. And if we talk about the sensors, we will use different sensors like magnetometer, accelerometer, gyroscope sensor, and GPS sensor. And and the sensors data were collecting by Java code, in which there is a function called manage sensor. Through that we will
take the census data, and after few calculation, we will show the step counts, calorie bonds, and BMIs, etc. And the onboarding process includes all the logging part includes all the details, just like BMI, height, weight, which will help us to calculate the calorie burn, and all the calculations are done in our app. Yeah. So next, our features will be given by Anamika.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Anamika this side. Let me give you a small tour of app's feature prepare. Our app will include some basic details of user like their age, gender, height, weight, and we will be calculating their body mass index. On the basis of their overall fitness level, score will be assigned using their performance activities like daily step count, distance walked, run, using the sensors like accelerometer, gyroscope, etc. Our app will also help to build a social community to get our users interact to each other. And to increase in community, we will be organizing Sunday group runs or virtual
Hello,
marathons
Anamika.
periodically with their nearby users.
Anamika, once again, can you speak a bit louder, please?
Okay. So
Your voice
मैं
is
दोबारा
very
फिर से
low.
स्टार्ट करूँ या जहाँ से थी वहीं से?
As you wish.
Am I audible?
Yeah, it's better
Yeah,
now.
Namika, now it is fine.
Okay.
Now go ahead.
So our app will also help to build a social community to get our users interact with each other and encourage social community. We will be organizing Sunday group runs or virtual marathons periodically with the nearby user friends of ours. And to increase in community, we will be organizing Sunday group runs or virtual marathons
I
periodically
think
with the
Anamika is
nearby
having
user
some
friends of
signal
ours.
problem.
So fine, sir. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So to encourage our social community, we will be organizing Sunday group runs or virtual marathons periodically with their nearby user friends or virtual friends to join for the same. This data will be measured to let them score on the scores and points accordingly. And users can also challenge each other to enhance their score and rank on leaderboard, leading to a healthy competitive environment. Okay, next. Harsh.
Harsh, I think he is away. Anyway, ma'am Barsha, please, you can invite the question from the judges.
Uh, Actually, ma'am, I would like to add some more features of our app. We have some of the other
Mother,
features.
Mother, let me present my screen. You can continue.
Yeah, sure.
But actually, time बहुत ज़्यादा हो
Please conclude your slide, Utsav. You have completed around 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. We will conclude it after one or two.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So, ma'am, we have our Sunday marathons, and after all, we will also provide make a algorithm which will provide the user a personalized nutrition plan as well for his better diet, as well as we provide him some of the food blogs, some health tips each and every day. After that, we will also provide them the better video tutorials of some of our exercises and the the daily healthy benefits of which the user has to perform each and every day. And we also we are also trying to make it more competitive as to enhance the user experience and to make the user use our app more and more. Thank you, ma'am, and we are now towards the question part. Yes, sir.
any questions
Thank
from
you.
the
Yes, Manmohan sir, you were asking some question.
Yes. Okay, dear student, we have already number of fitness applications available to monitor the health of a person, like smart wristband, smart apps on the iPhones. Like, so how your application is, different from that one and serve the community in a better manner. So, what do you think?
Sir, if you talk about that, they have to invest some money in that applications or in banks, and our app is absolutely free, and we will providing some challenges to the persons so that they encourage.
So, in addition, technical perspective, how you are able to differentiate between a person walking through field or on the bicycle, how you are going to differentiate these from technical perspective?
सर अगर उसका हम लोग बात करें तो सर वहाँ पे क्या होता है मतलब अलग अलग मोशंस होते हैं उसके अंदर सर उस मोशंस को हम लोग ट्रैक करके एंड देन उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम लोग मतलब डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं.
Can you mention some specific standard parameters or aspects that you have incorporated in your prototype?
ओके सर इफ वी टॉक अबाउट दैट मतलब अगर हम लोग उसके बारे में ये करें तो फिर सर जैसे अगर हम लोग वॉकिंग करते हैं देन हमारा स्पीड स्लो होता है एंड अगर इफ हम लोग जो जब रनिंग करते हैं देन हमारा स्पीड वहाँ पे तेज होता है सर तो वो सारा चीज़ हम लोग मतलब ये कर सकते हैं एंड उसके हिसाब से कैलकुलेशन कर सकते हैं.
एंड सो फर्दर
Sir,
इंक्लूडिंग टू दैट
actually, yeah.
सर जब हम वॉक करते हैं तो हमारा टेम्परेचर बॉडी का कुछ और होता है बट रन करते तो हमारा बॉडी का टेम्परेचर कुछ और होता है एंड एट द सेम टाइम रनिंग के टाइम पे स्वेट भी हम रिलीज करते हैं तो स्वेट भी क्या कहते हैं उसमें आ जाता है कि फोन सेंस कर लेता है तो दैट्स हाउ वी आर डिस्टिंग्विश
Okay, I understand you have identified certain specific standard set of parameters that differentiate a fellow, whether it is he or she is moving or whether it is she is walking and even using bicycle. Okay, great. So thank you all.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Utsav and team. Next, I would like to call upon team Infinite. You are there.
Hello everyone, I'm asking whether my screen is visible. I am properly audible.
Yes, yes, you are both visible as well as audible.
Okay, so our problem statement is fully automated, seamless, on-the-fly mosaicing of satellite images. Now this can sound a mouthful, so my friend will explain it to you in the next slide.
Good morning, everyone. So the satellite images are random pics of surface of Earth, and thousands of pics need to be stitched together to form a map. This process at present requires a lot of labor, and hence it takes a lot of time. So we need to solve this problem in a on-the-fly, automated, and with minimum labor.
Yeah, so to perform this automatic mosaicing of images, we are going to create an algorithm that goes through 4 steps, which are shown here. Each of these 4 steps has 3 sub-steps. So the 4 categories of steps are, first of all, we pre-process the image, in which we process the image to refine the image, and we make all images fit a particular uh, stereotype so that we can work on those images after. The second step will be type point generation, where we take any 2 images and we find matching type points in between those images so that we can use those points to properly align and mosaic said images. The third step is creation of mosaic. So once we have the type points, we still need to align the images in a proper way, and for that we need to rotate and properly matrix multiply and transform the images so that we get a proper mosaic. And even after mosaicing, we have a fourth step called smoothing. So once the mosaic is made, there is still a very visible border between two images, and this border needs to be rectified for the entire map to appear whole. So each of these four steps I will explain to you in detail.
First step, image preprocessing. As we have learned that we need to find the cloud and ocean areas, we can find this by pixel values. We already know the range of pixel values of clouds and oceans. We can remove those pixel values from our images and automatically consider that our type points will not be there.
Is once we remove the clouds from consideration and the oceans from consideration, we need to make type points. So our type points need to have following characteristics. They need to be easily identifiable between two images so that when we actually match, we don't get false positives. And they also need to be very less common. So in an image which has a lot of forest area and just one building, we need to be able to identify that one building and able to identify that one building as a type point, so that in any other image, if there is a building, then we can match that this is the only building in this entire forest area. So we can use that to match the two images. So our algorithm, it focuses on areas of rapid color change, and it focuses on less frequently appearing colors. So this way we satisfy both above conditions.
Okay, so the third step is creation of mosaic. First, we have a base image and we make type points on there, and then we take child images and try to put type points together, and then we rotate the images to align the second type points. In this way, we can get images one on another, and we can हम एक इमेजेस को दूसरे इमेजेस के ऊपर रखेंगे और उन दोनों को अलाइन करके एक तीसरी इमेज बनाएंगे जो इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन होगी। ऐसे ऐसे करके हम एक के ऊपर एक थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इमेजेस को हम टाई करेंगे एंड देन लास्ट में हमारे पास मैप आ जाएगा।
So as you can see here, even after we've mosaiced two images together, there is a very visible border in between those images. So that border needs to be rectified, and that is what happens in the smoothing section of our algorithm. So first of all, हम लोग जो overlapping images है उनके दोनों pixel values को randomize कर लेते हैं. So in this overlapping section of the image, first of all we create a very crooked border, so that because a straight border is very visible to the human eye. Secondly, around the crooked border हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि we randomly select pixels from both images to overlap. So अगर around this cracked border, we'll randomly select pixels from both images that are coinciding there. This way we will be able to very smoothly, and we'll be able to remove the visible border between two images. So our technology stack we'll be using the Python programming language for fast prototyping, and because it has the OpenCV library. OpenCV library is very useful because most of our image processing is going to be via pixels, and we are going to be using those pixel values to identify type points, make type points, match them, rotate images, and all the other steps mentioned above. NumPy just enables faster processing of numerical arrays, and as I said before, images are just huge arrays of pixel values. And Seaver is another library that is going to be used by us for identifying and matching different type points or different images. So Seaver is a library that can very efficiently give us a similarity value between any two images, and we are going to be using this to identify whether we have properly similar type points or not. Our use cases are, so as of now, as I said before, satellite image mosaicing requires a lot of human labor, and therefore it takes a lot of time as well. So any functions that we use that require satellite imaging will be fast forwarded and will be streamlined because of this algorithm. So for example, if a satellite is surveying national borders in real time, then the speed, if anything suspicious happens, then the speed of our response to unpredictable situations will be faster. Weather prediction will also be faster. And our showstoppers are as follows. We have assumed that all the images taken by the satellite and given to us in a data set will be of the same pixel to distance ratio. So if an image is greatly zoomed in or zoomed out, our algorithm will have a lot of trouble identifying similar type points. At the same time, the algorithm requires the next image to be able to be mosaiced to the base image. So the images need to be in a proper order and they need to be able to be mosaicked. So if there is an image that cannot be able to be mosaicked in the base image and there are no overlapping regions, then the algorithm might generate false positives and might just try to guess where the image should land, and this will create a wrong map. That's the end of our presentation. We are open to any questions from the judges.
Okay, thank you, Raj and team. I would like to request if there are any questions from the judges.
So dear students, as you are saying that you are developing one fully automated algorithm for the satellite images, so
Yes.
can you mention me that have you ever either developed that algorithm or that is in development stage, or how you are associating it with the existing algorithm available? So what do you think?
So there is an existing algorithm. Well, it's not very efficient, but there was one created by there's a and as for our prototype, these three images and this mosaic that we created, it's a very basic, and these are just Google Maps images, and these images do not contain most of the obstacles that we will see in a dataset from a true satellite. But this mosaic has been created by one of our prototypes, and we were able to monitor and adjust our prototype in a way to match these three images. And when we are given a huge data set, then we will obviously encounter problems. But as of now, there is a very basic prototype with code readily available. With that is also how we came to know about many of the obstacles that we are listing out here, because we had not known that there would be these many.
Okay, I understand. So apart from this, under existing specific parameters are considered to evaluate your prototype or your proposed strategies. Those parameters in terms of the images, I mean to say, for the comparison or differentiation perspective from existing algorithms.
No, so that is an advantage of our algorithm, is that we don't need any other data except for the pure image. So our algorithm will be streamlined in such a way that if we are given two very pure images which can be overlapped, our algorithm will find a way to overlap them in the most efficient way possible.
Okay, thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, judges, and thank you, Raj and team. Next, I would like to call upon the web wizard team by Akshay Raj. Akshay Raj. Okay. Share your screen. Yes, it is visible.
Invisible, ma'am? Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Everyone, myself Akshay Raj from Team Web Wizard. We are developing a website software for All India Council for Technical Education, which is popularly known as AICTE, with the PS code DR716. So our problem statement given by AICTE is to provide a platform for the information of the courses offered by Indian universities. So I would like to call Sachin Raj for explaining our problem statements.
Good morning, director sir, and all the teachers present here. So, sir, what's the problem we are working on? That after the completion of 10th and 12th, a lot of students gets confused at what type of college they are going to choose. लाइक बहुत सारे, मान लीजिए किसी स्टूडेंट को इंजीनियरिंग करनी है तो उसके लिए कई सारे कॉलेजेस ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल हैं, बट उन सभी के बारे में उसे पता नहीं होता। और मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम स्टूडेंट सिलेक्ट द कॉलेजेस बाय द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ देयर यंगर और एल्डर ब्रदर हु इज ऑलरेडी इन सम कॉलेज। सो वैरायटी की कमी होने के कारण वो लोग ज्यादा तरह के कॉलेजेस के बारे में जान नहीं पाते। सो आफ्टर 10th और 12th यहाँ पे हमारा वेबसाइट रोल प्ले करेगा। We have a filtering process, we have a filtering feature that a student can filter the colleges on the different parameters, like अगर कौन सा स्ट्रीम से करना है, फी के बेसिस पे, फैकल्टी के बेसिस पे, फैसिलिटीज के बेसिस पे, स्टेट के बेसिस पे और NIRF रैंकिंग के बेसिस पे कोई भी स्टूडेंट बहुत सारे वैरायटी ऑफ कॉलेजेस को आपस में फिल्टर कर सकता है कि कौन सा कॉलेज। इन सारी चीजों को देने के बाद वो अलग अलग कॉलेजेस को फिल्टर कर लेगा। और मान लीजिए हमारे वेबसाइट से उसे दो तीन कॉलेजेस फिल्टर होके आ जाते हैं, तो उन सारे कॉलेजेस को आपस में कंपेयर भी कर सकता है। सो बाय दिस वो कई सारे कॉलेजेस के बारे में जान भी पाएगा और उन सारे कॉलेजेस के बारे में आपस में डिफरेंस भी निकाल के किसी पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज में एडमिशन ले पाएगा। सो बेसिकली यही ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हैं।
Thank you, Team Web Wizard. So I would like to request if there are any questions from the judges.
Okay, hello. I think this rank was information regarding the ranking, there are parameters. So what is in your project or your idea?
सर हमारे प्रोजेक्ट में सर और हमारे में ये एक और चीज है कि AICTE के द्वारा तो नीड है कि वो एक ऐसा जिस यूनिवर्सिटी और स्टूडेंट दोनों कनेक्ट हो, तो उसके लिए हम लोग ये यूज केस सर सर मोबिलिटी को भी उसमें रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं और उसको सेंड कर सकते हैं, उसको ट्रैक कर सकते हैं और ऑनलाइन कोड प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं।
You are displaying the facility or in the institute or but that thing is
ऑथेंटिसिटी करेगा सर, क्योंकि वो हम तो के दे रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करेंगे, क्योंकि वो एयर रैंकिंग जो करते हैं उससे वो ऑथेंटिसिटी वो देखते हैं सर, तो उससे वो पता कर सकते हैं।
And one more thing, you are adding all student data like their certificate, their marks, or other things, single platform. So what is the use for that platform for other institute student? जैसे आप सिलेक्ट हो ना, तो आप फोकस ऑन योर वेबसाइट दैट इफ यू वांट टू सी द रिजल्ट, सो अदर जो स्टूडेंट है उनको उससे क्या लेना देना, अननेसेसरी वी आर कलेक्ट डाटा ना। इफ दिस डाटा आर ओनली फॉर देयर इंस्टीट्यूट वेबसाइट, तो वो वहीं पर उसका सिग्निफिकेंस है।
सर जो एस्पिरेंट है वो तो सिर्फ कॉलेज सर्च को देखें कौन से स्ट्रीम या और जो है कि मैं स्लाइड में हूँ और स्लाइड से रिलेटेड जो के पास रिजल्ट हुआ वो लॉगिन स्लाइड मेंटर या हैं उनसे कनेक्ट हो पाएंगे, तो वो एक तरीके से लैक ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हमारा वो दूर हो जाएगा सर।
Okay. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
By Ayush Kumar and team. You're ready.
Ayush Michael is not getting a message. So any other team member?
If your mic is not working, you can just log out and again rejoin. Now it is presenting. Yes, you can start.
Good morning to all the dignitaries present. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries present here. I am Abhishek Kumar. I will be representing Team Farm Warriors as their team leader. Our project is mainly listed by AICTE and is in the categorization of student innovation. Our problem statement, the problem we are tackling here is mainly the equipments which are present for the farmer. Like any equipment used in farming field is highly costly. Like a tractor can usually cost up to 10 to 12 or 13 lakhs rupees, and a harvester can cost up to 80 to 70 lakh rupees. Our platform will engage the borrowers and lenders. So we can list the borrowers as farmers and the lenders as the rich landlords or the farmers who have their equipment, and they can share their equipment on our platform. Our idea is to build a dedicated platform for the farmers where they can easily share their agricultural equipments for some time. Here the lender will list the items which he want to lend, and the borrower can select from the listed items or can create their demand too. Platform will show all the equipments which is available for farming, which will be added by user or the provider. Uh, in our case, there are three users, namely called admin, borrower and the lender. The admin is mainly used for the moderating the platform. The user can perform two roles as a borrower and as a lender too. The borrower can search for items. Uh, the sorry, ma'am. The borrower can search for the equipments and search for sorry search for the equipments and add to their cart and view their history or add a demand equipment. Means they can create a demand in a particular place where they want that equipment to be provided, or and the vendor will add or update equipment, search demanded equipment. Like the borrower demand will create a demand which can be searched by the lender so that he can create a list the demanded product or the equipment. The lender can also see your transaction history and get or also get notified for the booked item. The technologies used in our field is React.js. For backend, we are using Node.js and Express.js. For database, we are using MongoDB. And for API, we are using Google API and JavaScript Voice API. We are using Google Map API for the suggestions and listing of the equipments, and we are using JavaScript Voice API for searching of equipments. As we know that not all farmers are enough literate to search every equipment in English language. So we are also adding multiple languages like Hindi, English, and regional languages, or they can also search via their voice that the platform can convert to text. Our main cases will include the lender, borrower, and the admin. The lender can list and lend the equipment. The borrower can select from the listed equipments and borrow the equipments, and the admin will be the person who can moderate the platform. Our main dependencies are Google Map API and the JavaScript API and the browser. And our team mainly consists of me, Abhishek Kumar, Sata Kumari, our second member, and the Danish Iqbal, Praveen Kumar, Ashish Kumar, and the Soil Doctor. Our mentor is Dr. Manmohan Singh. And we have also created a prototype for our project. Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, you are visible.
We have also created a prototype for our project where we have mainly created the front end of the project like this. On the home page, we will list the equipments, or the listed equipments will show there. The user can search the equipments from the listed bar or can use the voice command. These buttons are not mainly working right now, but will work in future. Here we will create the about us section. Here in the product system section, all the products will be listed. Here we will be using multiple languages like the primary language will be English, but the person can change the primary language to maybe adding other regional languages. The register page can be used to register on the platform, and the sign-in page can be used to log in into the platform. That's all from our side.
Thank you, Abhishek. If there are any questions from the judges, please you can put up. Okay, any questions from the audience? Okay, thank you, Abhishek. Next, we move on to our final and last team, which is Team Kachra Seth by Ayush Kumar. Ayush, if you are there, please present and try your mic as well.
Yeah. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, now you are audible.
Yeah. So, good morning, dignitaries and my friends. Start with a simple quote that waste isn't waste until we waste it. With this, I am Ayush from Team Kachra Set. कचरा बोले तो 150 रुपए देगा तो कचरा साफ करेगा बाबा नॉट लाइक दिस दिन दुगनी रात चुगनी देश उन्नति तो कर रहा है साथ साथ लैंडफिल पे कचरे का ढेरा भी बढ़ रहा है एज वी नो इंडिया इज सेकंड लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड so India faces various hindrances to its development and solid waste management is one of the biggest concern that we have to look out. According to some fact, India produces 277.1 million tons of solid waste every year. That's a huge number. We are due to touch, you can say, 378.7 million tons by 2030. And we all know waste management system of our country is not so good because of the some level of mismanagement at different level. So our project is basically based on sustainable solid waste management system. Thus, our idea introduces IoT-based solid waste management system. Swatch is the name of our web and mobile monitoring system. We just divide these the zones according to the amount of garbage that we collected by our vehicle. We use real-time tracking by using APIs of Google to detect our vehicle and collection of garbage they are collected from the locality that we will divide it in our zones. Moving to you, Shubham Tushar, for idea and approaches.
Okay, thank you, Vayu sir. Now, talking about the idea. So, so for the idea, they will be developing a web application that is for the operators and admins to so that they can have a control over the garbage collection and also to the monitoring system. And adding to this, we also have developed a mobile friendly software for drivers, volunteers, residents so that they can manage their roles efficiently. Now, second thing, they will dividing the city into the three zones that is yellow, orange, and red. And this division will be based on the data that we have that we will gather on the amount of garbage produced, and thereafter each zone will be divided into localities so that we can also get the idea how many volunteers and garbage collectors we need to engage with. Now, the third process is like this: the mobile tracking system is there that will help the admin or the local municipality to manage and monitor the process, that is where the truck driver is now and what route he has to take now, and if there is any obstacle that comes, the operator can just change the routes or manage the routes. That is this. And the fourth one, that is the thing that we have added: if the residents or volunteers faces any problem with the garbage collection, then they can contact us through our mobile app in the support section. Now, talking about the routes, the routes will be optimized for each truck driver so to collect the garbage from the pickup points in a way that it takes the shortest part and substantiate all the pickup points. That's all for the idea. Now moving to the use case. Over to the audience.
So the use case. So basically, our major aspect in our project is the route optimization. So we will be doing route optimization. So precisely that we will have first of all, why route optimization. First is less time consumption. Second one is less fuel consumption, and third one is air quality maintenance in localities. So third one is very important because there are many diseases which are happening due to garbage trucks moving between the localities. So we will try to maintain the routes in such a way that there will be no problem of this. And fuel consumption and time consumption is also our concern. So here we have tried to explain a route basically. I will give the gist of it just. So here we have given ABC trucks name and we have different load capacity of them. So basically we will do that. There's a truck with 10 tons, so we will send the a truck to different localities. Then first of all it will go to one locality, then there will be some load on that, and then second one, then third one. So when it will reach its load, final load, so we will send that a truck to the c truck. So as you can see, the c truck can take the load capacity of 50 to 60 tons. So it will take the it will take the load and it will go to the final destination where it can be processed, or dumping area, landfills and all that will be processed there. So like this we have many routes planned for this, which will be decided by an algorithm you must have all heard about, Dijkstra algorithm. algorithm. So this is the algorithm which is even used by the Google Maps. So I think this will be the right algorithm for it, because this algorithm is basically is designed for the shortest path. So yeah, so our main concern will be the route optimization, and I think we're good to go. So next is to Priyanka ma'am.
Okay, so coming to the technology stack part, summarizing our complete idea, we have we will be developing two types of like one web portal, and the second one will be our mobile app. So in our web portal, we the web portal which we will be developing, it will be the operator side. It will be handled by the operator or the admin, in which he will be handling the complete truck location, and in which the truck location will be handled via the Google Maps, and the in the web portal, the front end will be used in the we'll be using like HTML and this, and in the APIs we'll be using the Google Maps, and the second one is our mobile app, in which the language programming language we'll be using is the Java, and in the operator side the database will be the MySQL, and in the client, since in our mobile app that there will be two login options, the in which the driver could log in and the residents could log in, and accordingly they will be using, since it is a real time monitoring, so we'll be using this open app weather API for our monitoring, so that the truck driver can see the exact location of the bins, and the residents could locate the trucks which is nearby them. Okay, thank you. Moving to the next part.
Yes, talking about the given flowchart that we have here, we as can see that the central server is mainly responsible for the all the process being carried out by the all connected nodes, and it should be noted that all these server will be operated by an operator side, which will be responsible for regulating the overall process flow. And considering the various connected nodes that are set up, student, wait a minute, set up, truck driver side, and resident areas. So the hello. So considering the resident area, here people of that locality can request for pickup, and also can do a real-time tracking, which has been noted in the second slide. So, and looking on the truck driver side, we will be having a two mode of communication among the truck drivers as well, so as for the sake of the convenience of the process being carried out. Over to Ayush bhaiya.
Yeah, as far as the novelty and uniqueness that present in our system is that as we are engineers, so we have need to make a project that will solve the real world problem of our society. So this the novelty we will add in that in our project is IoT, so that IoT can tracking our vehicle, or if any failure, or you can say it can real-time tracking system we add one in our project. Second thing is reward that we give the drivers, so that they will encourage to do work and they are more competitive in nature. So that's all from our side. Thank you, sir.
Okay, dear student, you have proposed an IoT-based solution in order to have a better waste management across the surrounding. Like, so have you developed some prototype, or are you still working on this one? I mean to say, because you see, this particular proposed solution is already there in number of developed countries. Like, that's what
Yeah,
you are saying. Like,
yeah,
so
sir.
have you developed some prototypes for the same?
Sir, actually, we are in the first phase where we just draw our solution, and in next step we draw our prototype, whole project. So we are in first phase right now.
Okay, great. Like, so you mean to say it is in the initiation phase, and very soon in the near future, you will work for the same at your own levels by utilizing resources available with your end. Like, yes, yes, I understand. I understand. I understand. You work on the still working phase, developing phase. So it is a great idea, and already developed countries have this one. And I personally observed this idea in the Paris. So IoT-based solutions, like there was a sensor node that was there in the garbage collection centers, and corresponding that information is being transmitted to the municipal corporations, and corresponding I mean, the garbage van arrives and collect the data and send to the destination. And all. Okay, hope for the best for you. So, thank you. Okay. Okay, that is you would like to add some more features in order to make it, more user friendly and more effective. Okay. Okay, great. Like, so all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ayush and group. So
Thank you,
this
ma'am.
with this we complete our presentations of all the teams and teams about their projects. So I would like to thank all the dignitaries, all the judges, and hand over the um, like I hand over the mic to Manmohan Singh sir for just finishing
Thank,
the session.
thank you, Vasu, thank you. I would like to extend thanks to the judges who patiently listened, questioned the students, and have given the suggestions for the betterment of the project. I would like to appreciate the inquisitiveness of Dr. Vinod Kumar Verma. He was very, you can say, बच्चों को कुछ बताने की इच्छा जो होती है, that was very good. And I would also like to thank our director, sir, Professor Shailendra Jain ji, who is still is with us and patiently hearing all this competition conversation. So if there is any suggestion from the judges, audience, or directors, I would love to hear that. Please.
So lastly, I would like to congratulate all the organizing. Special thanks to the Honorable Director Sir for the kind guidance as well as innovations. And in addition to the same, this will definitely, this initiative will definitely enhance the students, not only from their career perspective, but also serve the society from community perspective. So once again, congratulations to all associated with the SLIET Internal Hackathons 2022. So thank you so much for the organizer for giving us the chance to serve at this occasion. So thank you, Professor Manmohan ji. Thank you with all the associated team. So thank you all.
Okay, thank you. All the judges are requested to keep the results, their grades along with them. We will collect those results from you and compile and publish today by evening only. Thank you.
So do we need to share digitally, or some signed copy is required?
As you wish. As you will compile.